Hey everybody. So, I do want to apologize to Russell Brand and Jordan Peterson and the rest of the talking truth heads. I think that's what I used yesterday. Um so yeah, I'm sorry for calling you all disgusting. Or I mean it was really just Russell Brand and Jordan Peterson. I specifically used the words disgusting in description of what I saw. Um and I mean, even if I felt that way, like it's not good to say that. Like it's not really helping anything grow better. So that was my bad. That was me speaking foulness into the air and therefore, you know, perpetuating foulness. So, I acknowledge that and I'm sorry. Um However, I do disagree in the way that they choose to do things. But that's their own fucking free will. Like, we all have free will. They get to do what they want to do. And they're intellectuals. They're much more intellectual, and I'm really not an intellectual. I like to do things. I'm actually very simple. I don't like spending a lot of time speaking in elaborate, using elaborate languages, and I don't even have the broadest vocabulary. I'm a very simple person. So to me, like those type of conversations and that, it's like I'd rather just get down. Okay, like maybe those are conversation for me. Like I'd rather have those type of conversations after we've figured out at least work that can get done to solving the problems. Like there's like the pollution here on the planet, that is a fucking problem that affects everything on this planet, and it's all over the place, and there are things that we can do to start countering the effects of pollution, and like that's a great place to start. The child trafficking, like there's so many problems that to me seem like much more of an important topic to talk about and to focus on, rather than speaking about all this intellectual Christian Judeo religion type stuff. And I do think that the enemy works in a multitude of, they understand that like a powerful weapon is going to have multiple, like the more uses you have with whatever weapon you're using, the more effective the weapon is going to be, the more power you're going to have in that weapon. So not only is this war helping fuel the military industrial complex, not only is it helping fuel low vibrational energy, it's also distracting us from dealing with situations like pollution, like child trafficking, like like all these pedophilias, like all the corruption in the United States, like staying sane within ourselves, taking care of ourselves. It's distracting us from the things, in my opinion, that we can really help change. Because from where we're sitting, citizens here, we really don't have much capability or control over what's going on in the Middle East. We really don't. The best thing we can do is actually try to take away the power that we have given to our commander in chief and the people in power. Da, 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 da. So it's like, but that's not an easy thing to do. It's going to take time, and there's methods to go, but there's procedures that we have to get the people on board with the atrocities that are going on. But it's not, it needs to be specific. Like the intent needs to be is important, and if our intent isn't specifically focused on exactly that, it's not going to get done. And so like the way that they're speaking about things, it's a very existential, intellectual conversation that it may be helpful to some people, but to myself it just doesn't seem to be doing me much good right now. So that's just how I feel. And I appreciate the support though, because I do feel like I've received support from Russell Brand and others out there, and so I thank you guys for the support. And I do acknowledge that I think we're on the same side of things, fighting for the goodness, the greater good. But we have different ways of doing stuff, and that's okay. So, all right, yeah, again, I'm sorry, you guys. Hope you all have a good day. Bye.